Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Austin here, or Luna. So today's story time, judging by the title, it's quite the interesting one. Definitely one of those stories where a lesson was learned. I'm gonna tell you about it today. So let's jump into it. So today's story time all takes place back in the year of seventh grade. Yeah, middle school. I feel like I don't tell a lot of stories from my middle school experience, and the reason being is I feel like not a ton of crazy stuff happened. I mean, definitely a handful of crazy things happened, throughout the 3 years I was in middle school, but I feel like the most crazy stuff happened when I was in high school. But this was definitely probably top three craziest things I ever experienced in middle school, so I'm excited to be telling you about it. So yeah, the story time takes place back in seventh grade, and I'm not gonna lie, I loved seventh grade. Honestly, all of middle school was really fun because it was before things got really serious. Like when you get into high school, you have to take it a lot more serious because it goes on like your permanent record and colleges look at that stuff and it's all very, very important stuff. So yeah, in middle school, I got to chill a little bit more and I like that about it. But anyway, yeah, this all starts off as a normal day in seventh grade. I got up from my bus in the morning. I think it was at like 7:30. I think it came a little bit later in middle school compared to high school. I got up, took a shower, got ready really quick, bus pulled up to my house, jumped on the bus, and I started my departure to school, right? Now, upon arriving to school, I walked in the building, went to my locker, got my stuff I needed for first period, went to first period. All of that was pretty normal, nothing really to talk about there. But it was after first period where the story time really starts, okay? So when I got out of first period class, I went to my locker to grab the stuff I needed for second period and to put the things back from first. And from behind me, while I'm getting stuff out of my locker, I hear a voice. I hear someone say, "Yo, Austin." And I turn around, and it's this kid, Josh. Now, before I continue, let me give you a little bit of backstory about Josh, okay? Josh was this kid that went to my school that wasn't really close with anybody. He was kind of like the quiet kid. He didn't really have a lot of friends. I definitely felt a little bit bad for him, and I always tried to be nice and include him when I could because I knew what it was like to, feel like the odd one out. I definitely had moments in my life where I didn't have a lot of friends either. So, I didn't want him to feel like that. So I always tried to be cool with him. Now, looking back, I maybe shouldn't have been so cool with him because I had no idea what was about to happen. But essentially, I was at my locker getting stuff out, and I hear him say, "Yo, Austin." And I turn around, it's Josh. I was like, "What's up, Josh? How you doing, man?" He's like, "Not much. You want to see something cool?" And I was like, "Sure, dude. Show me." And he takes his backpack off, and he proceeds to start unzipping it. And I'm like, okay, what's this kid about to show me? And he unzips the bag, and I tilt my head to look in there, and I see something that I don't think anybody could expect when someone asks them, "Do you want to see something cool?" So when I looked in the bag, I see a handgun, like a pistol, and there's no orange tip on it. It doesn't look like an airsoft gun. It looks like a no shit gun. And I look at Josh, I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck is that?" And he's like, "Do you like it, bro? I just bought it this morning." And I was like, "Dude, is that an actual gun?" He's like, No, it's an airsoft gun." And I'm like, "Dude, where's the orange tip? It's supposed to have an orange tip." And he's like, "Oh, the person that sold it to me took it off or spray painted it or something, but doesn't it look legit?" And I was like, "Dude, it looks a little too legit." Part of me didn't even believe he was telling the truth. Part of me thought it was a legit gun and he was just lying to me that it was an airsoft gun or something. So I ended up telling him "Dude, zip your bag back up. If I were you, I'd get rid of that. Go hop on your bike, bring it home or something. Trust me, if you get caught with that, you'd be fucked." He's like, "Oh man, I'll just keep it in my locker all day. I'll be fine." And right as he says this, I hear someone say, "Keep what in your locker?" And I turn to my right, and it's our fucking science teacher. And this woman was a strict lady. And we both just went silent. And she goes, "Josh, what do you have in your bag? What are you going to keep in your locker all day?" And he goes, Oh, nothing, just a folder." And she goes, "Okay, unzip your bag. Let me see the folder." And he goes, "No, it's okay. I don't really want to show you." And she goes, "Unzip your bag or I'm calling security." And yeah, Josh just starts unzipping his bag. And the second he unzips it and opens it up and the teacher sees what's in there, her face went from strict to fucking terrified. And she goes, "Josh, hand me your bag right now." And he goes, "Come on." She goes, "Hand me your bag right now." And she reaches down and grabs it out of his hands and takes it from him. And she goes, "Both of you, main office with me right now." And I was like, No, you don't understand. This doesn't involve me. I promise. I didn't know he brought that to school. I didn't know he was going to show me that. Trust me, I did not know about this. Do not bring me to the main office. And she goes, "I don't care. You were involved too, so you have to go up there." And I'm like, "No, I wasn't. I swear." And she didn't believe me. So we both got escorted up to the main office. And the principal sits down with us, and my science teacher proceeds to start telling the principal that, she found a weapon in Josh's bag and that Josh was showing me that weapon. And Josh chimes in. He's like, no, it was an airsoft gun. Like, it wasn't a real weapon. Like, I swear I can show you. And they don't want to hear it because, they don't trust him. And the principal proceeds to ask me, like, Austin, did you know that he brought this to school? And I was like, yeah, he showed me. But I had the same reaction you guys did. Like, I was surprised. It was kind of scary. I asked him if it was real. He told me it was just an airsoft gun that had the orange tip spray painted or something like that or removed. And I told him to bring it home and keep it out of school. That's all I did. Like, I did not know he was bringing this to school. I do not know what it is. I don't know if it's an airsoft gun or not. Like, I didn't test it. I don't know what it is, okay? And luckily, the principal believed me. She was like, okay, like, all right, can we search you? And I was like, sure. And they brought security in. They searched my bag and stuff to be safe. And everything was fine on my end. So they dismissed me. They told me I could leave. They told me I wouldn't be suspended or, like, expelled or anything. And I went back to class. But the whole rest of that day, I just kept wondering what was going to happen to Josh. Like, was he going to get, like, expelled? Was that weapon even a real airsoft gun? Was it, like, an actual gun? Because I didn't really know, because it looked legit. And, like, I didn't even know if I could trust Josh. I didn't know him well enough to know if he lied or not about stuff like this. So anyway, the rest of that day was relatively normal compared to what happened earlier. And I told some friends about what happened, and they, like, couldn't believe it. But the next day rolls around, and guess what? Josh is not there. And on this day, we both had science together, and I didn't see him there. So yeah, he was definitely off school for the day. I was assuming he got suspended. But then the next day rolled around, and he wasn't there then. And then the next week rolled around, and he wasn't there then. And it took 2 weeks until I saw him again. And when I finally did, I approached him, and I was like, yo, like, where have you been? Like, what happened? And he's like, dude, I got suspended for 2 fucking weeks. And I was like, damn. Honestly, man, I'm surprised I didn't expel you. He's like, honestly, bro, me too. So, turns out, they called, like, the cops in and stuff, according to Josh, and they, like, checked the weapon out, and it was a real airsoft gun. Josh wasn't lying about it. They verified it was just a BB gun. They also found out who sold it to him. Another student sold it to him that morning in the bathroom at school. I guess Josh was kind of snitched on him, so he got caught. And that dude also got suspended for 2 weeks because he also brought it to school and sold it in the bathroom, so he got in trouble as well. I didn't even know the dude that sold it to him. I'd never even heard of his name before. But yeah, he got suspended too, according to Josh. And yeah, to this day, I just can't wrap my head around how Josh was so dumb that he bought that at school and was like going to keep it in his backpack all day and like just bring it around with him and show people. Because he probably would have showed other people other than me. So that's crazy. But yeah, guys, there's an obvious moral to this story. Don't be like Josh. Do not bring anything remotely dangerous to school, especially a weapon of any kind. Obviously, and yeah, I definitely learned some crazy lessons that day. For example, I probably couldn't get too close to Josh because he wasn't the smartest human being. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time. Definitely a little bit of a shorter one, so my bad. I know you guys are missing the longer videos. I will have some longer ones coming out this week. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this story time. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I will see you all later. Peace.
On me like they work at the station. I'm telling everybody, get the fuck out my life. I gotta figure out my shit, I'm on the edge of